So you have a couple of senators, a couple of U.S. lawmakers who've just been caught. Okay, they've been caught profiteering off of the coronavirus outbreak. Now, these are people who have very high security clearances. They have access to a lot of information that we don't well in advance. And what they did essentially is they dumped all of their stocks right before the coronavirus outbreak really started hitting the markets very hard. The most prominent figure caught up in this thing is Senator Richard Burr. He's also the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, so he has access to highly classified information. And he was being given daily briefings on coronavirus. I'm talking all the way back since January. And what he did, he sold 33 stocks, and the value is estimated to be between $628,000 to $1.7 million. By the way, this is not just him. We have a multitude of senators who've been caught. This is not just one guy. This is the problem here, okay? Just like all of these slimy politicians, all of these cocksuckers in Washington, D.C., this guy, as usual, had a private position and a public position. So at a luncheon on February 27th, Burr compared the potential impact of the novel coronavirus to the deadly 1918 flu pandemic. His remarks at the private event were obtained by NPR and aired Thursday. So this guy was very aware. As I said, he was getting daily briefings. He is the goddamn chair of the Intelligence Committee. And he's telling these people at this luncheon on Capitol Hill how bad it's going to be. Now, can you guess what his public position was? Just take a guess what his public position was. Nothing. Nothing. He doesn't tell anything to the public. He doesn't tell his constituents that he was elected to represent, whose interests he should have at heart. A word. Nothing. And then he goes and sells 33 stocks, makes over $1 million. Among these lawmakers who are profiteering off of the coronavirus outbreak, we also have Georgia Senator Kelly Loeffler. She sold stocks valued at around $1.2 million to $3.1 million. And get this, she also purchased stocks in 2 companies that were deemed to benefit from coronavirus, including one in a company that offers teleconferencing software. Oh my God. I mean, can you get any more fucking obvious? She knows that people are not going to be able to travel. She knows that people are going to be locked indoors. She knows that a virus is coming. The economy is coming to a standstill. And a lot of people are going to be forced to work from home. Businesses are going to be forced to do their dealings online. What does she do? She dumps all of her stock and then invests in a teleconferencing company. Can you get any more obvious than that? You want to tell me this is a fucking coincidence? On top of that, Loeffler is a former executive at Intercontinental Exchange and married to Jeffrey Sprecher, the chairman of the New York Stock Exchange. This is unbelievable. Hold on a second. We're not done. There's more scoop. We're not done with these corrupt motherfuckers. We have Dianne Feinstein. Oh, she's really a fine individual, isn't she? So Dianne Feinstein, okay, she is a ranking member on the Senate Judiciary Committee and also a ranking asshole in Washington, D.C. She sold stock owned by herself and her husband valued at $1.5 million and $6 million between January 31st and February 18th. Wow. There's more. We have the senator from Oklahoma, Jim Inhofe. He also sold stocks on January 27th, and those amounted to about $400,000. Very peculiar that all of these people, these elected officials, these United States senators and lawmakers who have access to highly classified information that the general public doesn't, all decided randomly, fucking randomly, out of the blue, to go and sell their stocks at the same time. Very convenient, right? Just before the fucking economy collapsed, just before the stock market crashed. Oh my God, they're so lucky. What a coincidence. This is absolutely disgusting. I mean, these people will do anything it takes to make money. They don't care. If you know, if you're prepared, if you have money, if you have resources, they don't give a shit. All they care about is profiteering. And this is why they get into politics. This is why Nancy Pelosi is worth over $100 million. That's just one facet of it, okay? The insider trading that they engage in. And it's really ironic that this Stock Act they passed in 2012 says that, look, you're allowed to own stocks, and we're just going to trust you not to use the classified information and the resources that you have as elected members of the United States Congress to not engage in insider trading. We're just going to trust you. That's a joke. And guess who voted against that? Guess who voted against the Stock Act in 2012? Let's hear it. You guessed it. Richard fucking Burr. So I'm not surprised at all by this. And, this is not just something that's going on in the Senate. Obviously, Donald Trump has all of his interests being looked after very, very well. Whenever you have people coming over, foreign leaders, diplomats, where do they stay? They stay at Trump hotels, Trump towers. Trump also rerouting U.S. Air Force flights so they would spend more money at his resorts and hotels in Scotland. I mean, come on. Very amusing that no one pays attention to that. The Democrats have enough ammunition, if they really wanted to go after Donald Trump on the emoluments clause, profiteering off of his elevated position. No. They have to create Russiagate. They have to create this Russiagate hysteria, which they then use against other Democrats and you, if you open your mouth, to silence dissent. They don't actually care about going after Donald Trump. All of these people here who are profiting off of coronavirus, using their access to highly classified information, need to be primaried, is putting it lightly. They should be in jail. This is ridiculous. They literally put people's lives at risk. This guy said nothing. Richard Burr said absolutely nothing to his constituents, to the public. Zero. Shh. And meanwhile, he uses that knowledge to go and make millions. Wow. Listen, I need you to understand that this is not a coincidence. I need you to understand the degree of malfeasance involved in this. We're not talking about some fucking staffer who, works for a congressperson. He's not just a senator. He's also the fucking chairman of the Intelligence Committee in the Senate. He's one of the highest security clearances in the fucking government. This guy's getting daily briefings from all kinds of places, the White House, the CIA, the NSA. And he was getting daily briefings specifically on coronavirus. And what does he do? He goes and fucking sells his stocks and makes some money. Somebody needs to really pinch these motherfuckers by their ears, drag them out of the fucking Capitol, and remind them why the fuck they are in that position. You are there to represent your constituents. You're not there to sell fucking stocks and make money during a pandemic, you corporate, corrupt piece of motherfucking shit. No lawmakers, no one in Congress should be allowed to own stocks, so this kind of stuff doesn't happen. It's very convenient for both parties. It's a win-win, yeah. Because if you are an elected official, no one's going to be able to accuse you of engaging in insider trading since you won't be allowed to own stocks. So you have nothing to worry about. You won't have any scandals, and the public can rest assured that you are not a corporatist, corrupt piece of shit who has profits at heart instead of their interests. Win-win situation, right? But of course, they're never going to pass that. Of course they won't. This is absolutely disgusting. Nobody in Congress or the Senate or any other position of power, I don't care where it is, whether it's in the executive or the judiciary or the legislative, should be owning stocks. Nada. And you should also have a lifetime ban on lawmakers becoming lobbyists and vice versa. Okay? You can't run a government when you have loopholes like this. This is a joke. This is an open invitation for people to become corrupt. It's like, yeah, well, if you want to do it, no one's going to stop you. No, you need these things in place so people don't do shit like this. You need these precautions in place. You are not there to make money. You're not there to own stocks. The whole idea that lawmakers, elected officials, own stocks is fucking dystopian. You're not there to make money. You're there to represent your constituents and hold their interests at heart. What the fuck are you doing? This is obscene. This is absolutely obscene and grotesque.